of money.
It's Ferrall, coast to coast.
All right, hour 3 on a pain-free Friday with the OG Carver High. I'm Ferrall in New York. So you have got to be kidding me that you just got this across the Spew newsroom desk, and you're going to break this story. And I'm having heart palpitations. Mafia, get my pills.
In what this is straight from the tweet from Woj, by the way, largely unprecedented financial concession to give roster flexibility to a contender. The Knicks and Jalen Brunson have agreed to a 4-year, $156.5 million extension. That is $113 million less guaranteed than he's eligible to receive, which would have been in 1 year. So 1 year from now, Scotty, he could have got 113 more. It says here the repercussions of him choosing it now are massive for the Knicks' ability to keep this current team together and keep making roster moves to close the gap on a championship. The deal will cost Brunson $37.1 over the next 3 years. Comes with a 4th-year player option that would set up Brunson to recoup the rest of the $113 million on a 4-year, $323 million extension in 2028. So I guess he'll eventually, Scotty, get it down the road, but he ain't getting it now. So look, some will say 100 and we talked about this the other day. 150 is a lot of money, but when you're leaving 113 off the table, man, that's a lot of money too.
Yeah, look, I'll tell you what. I mean, I don't know anything about this other than being nice or whatever he's doing or giving them flexibility. What I would have demanded in that deal is the end of it. At the end of the deal, I get this money no matter what. And I also want no trade clause. I want, if I'm giving you all this money, what are you giving me? It sounds like they gave him none of that. They gave him an option in that 4th year, from what I'm hearing just right out of your mouth. This is how I'm seeing it for the first time. I almost fell over. So what am I getting out of this other than giving away $113 million? Well, is he the new GM of a team? Like, does he get power for now running their finances so they can go get other players? So he gave up all that money so they can go spend money on other players. Well, what the F do I get out of this? I want guarantees, no trade, and I'm getting the money back at the back end, one way or the other in 4 years. Now, remember, everyone thinks they're a hot commodity and a hot tamale until they're not. Like 4 years from now, he may not even be the same player he is today. He's had injuries, broken hands, everything else. What's he going to be like after banging for the Knicks for 4 years at the Garden when he has the ball 90% of the time? What kind of a beating is he going to take? He already takes a beating. He already gets hammered, and he's a little dude. I won't deny he's a badass, and he's got some puffy combs on him. He's got like a little belly, and he's got like a little muscle. I won't deny, but do you think in 4 years he'll be standing as though he were standing today? I think the wear and tear of 4 years in the NBA is going to show poorly on him, and then he'll never get that money that he thinks he's going to get. Famous last words, I'm getting all this money later. I don't know anything about later. I know what later is. Later is you're in love with her now, but you won't be in 4 years. Okay? In 4 years, she'll hate your guts. I don't know anything about being nice and giving money back and like being the good guy. What is that? It's way more fun being the bad guy and taking all the money.
He's 27 now. So, you figure 4 years from now he'll be 31. Look, you could say this with any guy in the league. You got to avoid injuries, and you'll get another payday. I mean, you could say that about anyone.
Famous last words.
Famous last words, indeed. I mean, I wouldn't have probably waited for the extra 113.
Let me ask you. Time out.
Yeah.
I got five left. You name me one guy that does this, that turns down that much money to help everyone else get paid. I've never in my life Honestly, like, I don't understand this move at all. Like, I get it. I understand the synopsis of it. I get why he's doing it. Fair enough. I just think it's a bad decision.
The only guy that really comes to the top of my head in the last 25 years
Tom Brady
took significantly less money than he was worth and was never the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, even though he should have been, was Brady. And they always lauded Brady for always taking less so that they could spread it out throughout the team and always taking less. He's the only guy I could say to always took less money for the team to be better. And then he got paid on the back end because then he didn't take. Then when he went to Tampa is when he said, I'm cashing in now. I'm not being Mr. Middle of the Road guy anymore.
He also got 7 rings out of it and infamy.
Correct.
Like
that's different.
He is set for life. That guy will never pay for a meal in his life. Then he got a $350 million broadcasting job, never called a game, never did anything. They just handed him that. He left, got a divorce with his supermodel smoke show wife, and then in 5 minutes was already lining up hotties to be with him. That guy's set for life. When you have 7 Super Bowl rings and you're Tom Brady, you're set for life. When you're Jalen Brunson, what does he have in the NBA besides nothing? Like, he is a really great player, but believe me, I am sorry, he is no Tom Brady.
Oh, I don't disagree with you. The level of Tom Brady and Jalen Brunson is not the same in terms of their impact on the sport. I'm just saying, remembering a guy
who's giving him this advice to give this money back? Like, he's worth $296 right now. They paid Tatum and Brown $300+ million, and you're telling me that this guy should take a $113 million basically pay cut for who? Like, are you kidding me? Do you know how much money that Dolan has? He makes more money off of that Sphere in Las Vegas than all people in the world make combined. Honestly, it is like they have $38 tacos in that place. I mean, honestly, my man doesn't need your help. That guy just gave the devil $113 million. But Dolan, you know what? He's one of the shrewdest businessmen in New York. And I guarantee you he's going out to dinner tonight going, can you believe this brother just gave me
now look, let's say they this allows them to add one more guy. Right now they just added Bridges. So if you added one more guy to everything that they already have and they end up somehow, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but let's say they win a championship. Add another guy and then it puts them over the top and they win a title. Is it worth it then? Maybe.
Yes, it is, but not when it never happens. They can't beat the Celtics to save their ass in a series right now with what they have. And who are they going to add? They already got a team completely stacked and loaded. The only guy that I would want right now that I've heard all these rumors that they're interested in, if I could get my hands on Şengün, I would do it. But that's a whole another kit and caboodle. My man Şengün is worth a big bag now too. They can't give him a big bag.
I heard that the other day. Why would the Rockets want to get rid of him? He played I don't understand. Like he actually became a big time player for them this year. Why would they want to get rid of him?
It's all bullshit.
That's why. Well, they're also the Rockets.
Who are the Knicks going to get with this money to put them over the top? You even heard Tatum. He's like, they got to go through us. You heard Kincaid. Philly thinks they can beat the Knicks' ass.
Yeah.
With Paul George. Everyone can beat the Knicks. When is the last time the Knicks won a title? They haven't sniffed a title since Spike Lee was in his mother's womb.
Been a long time indeed. We'll finish the baseball when we come back.
The money, remember that. This is Finance 101, kids.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
Will they both make it? Yes. But it has more to do with the fact of the three teams that are not really good at all in Dallas, Washington, and the Sparks, and an Atlanta Dream Team without Ryan Howard that's spiraling out of control. If they can get those two teams, Indiana and Chicago, that's going to be a major boom for ratings.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid.
DeMar DeRozan now joins that team in Sacramento with the Kings. De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, Devin Carter, who they drafted early, Keegan Murray as well. A Kings team, DRS, that has been a playoff contender.
Is it going to equate to a championship? Probably not. That's not the goal. Make your team better every offseason. The Kings definitely got better with that move here, Ben.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
Listen, I'm still not over this news. I can't even believe
You're not
it.
done with it? You're not done with it.
I may have to have a drink or something. Like, I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. But I want to say, I'm watching Shannon and Dillingham play for the T-Wolves now. I gave up on the other game. The Magic are up 25. So I got this T-Wolves game on with New Orleans right now. I literally turned it on, Mike. And in 5 seconds, the first thing I saw was a deep dagger corner pocket bomb literally falling out of bounds. Shannon knockdown splash. He's already got 6 in the game. He is a bucket waiting to happen. Remember, 30 plus. He was 35 a game in the NCAA tournament for Illinois. Then he went and defended himself in court with a lawyer, got him off on rape charges. No one wanted anything to do with him. The rapist, everything else. Cleared of all charges, drafted in the first round on the T-Wolves. And my man, are you kidding me? When he's playing with Anthony Edwards, you can forget about those two galoofs they got in the middle. I mean, this team's going to start running and gunning with Dillingham and Shannon and Anthony Edwards. They're going to run so fast. Gobert, by the time they start running up and down the court, Gobert's going to be back in France, speaking French and eating French food and never playing in the NBA again. Trust me, they are changing that team before your very eyes with speed and buckets. I mean, that old and that fat-ass Towns, trust me, you'll see. I've had it on 1 second. The first thing I saw, he shot a 30-footer, boom, knockdown, right in your face. Like, he means business.
He could play. There's no denying that. I'm going to give you the rest of the Summer League action in a moment. Let's finish the baseball now here. The Pirates are in Chicago against the White Sox tonight. Marco Gonzalez makes his first start since early April, comes off the IL. Garrett, don't call me Davy Crockett, who's been excellent for the White Sox. White Sox are minus 165, plus $1.40 for the Buccos and a 7.5.
I mean, it's unbelievable to me how little respect they get, this team. If Skeens isn't pitching, they're a dog every day of the week. The White Sox, I will not deny that Crockett is tough. All right, I'll give him that. He's tough for a loser franchise. A horrible. I think they're really at this point the worst team in baseball. At the end of the day, they're an atrocity. Front office, owner on down. I'm still taking the Pirates tonight against this team on the south side of Chicago. They suck that bad. And I hope you hit the Luis Robert home run. I really do. But I like the Pirates here and all weekend, too, because the White Sox stink.
Hey,
they don't win.
You know what? Pirates, if the Pirates could sweep the White Sox this weekend, they'd go into the All-Star break at 500, 48-48, if they could sweep the White Sox this weekend.
I will keel over if they sweep the White Sox.
That would be a big accomplishment for them. Rangers and Astros in Houston tonight. Andrew Heaney and Hunter Brown, minus 145 for the Stros, plus $1.20 for Texas, and a flat 8.
I mean, the Astros have won 9 straight at home. Lay the run line, plus 143. I'm on over 8 in this game. Bottom line is, Heaney sucks, and Brown gives up runs too, but he's definitely got a better record than Heaney's miserable 3-9. I'm all over the Astros. Listen, I keep telling you, I hate them dead, but they win every night now, and they're going to win that division. And the only way they don't win that division is if Cal Raleigh's hitting home runs from both sides of the plate the rest of the season.
Which maybe is possible, the way that he's going
possible.
right now. You never know with Cal Raleigh. Tater time, that's for sure. The Nationals are in Milwaukee to finish off their first half. Freddie Peralta goes for the Brewers in the heavy lumber game of the night as they're minus 250. Jackson Rutledge, who for Washington,
Laura
plus
Rutledge.
200 and a flat 8.
Your boy Laura's pitching tonight for the Nats. He's going to get torched. My man gives up 9 runs a game. I mean, the total's 8. Take the Brewers and over the rainbow with Peralta, and I'm laying the 1.5 even at a juicy $1.30.
Cubs and the Cardinals in St. Louis. Kyle Hendricks and Sonny Gray, as we were discussing earlier in the Lion Share, minus 210 for the Redbirds, plus 170 for the Cubs, and a flat 8.
I keep telling you, Hendricks, he blanked him on 2 hits in 4 1/3 back in June. He's 13-4 career against them with a 2.6 ERA in 27 games, 26 starts. Of every team in baseball, this is the team that he pitches the best against. And when it comes to Sonny Gray, he was 9-4 with a 2.81 in his first 14 starts. But in his last 2 starts, I gave you the numbers before. 11 runs, 8 earned, 15 hits, and 9 1/3. He's been getting torched. Give me the Cubbies.
Cubbies tonight. I like it. Let's get Burleson to go yard, too. Maybe I'll even throw Ian Happ on the pile as well for the homers tonight. Mariners and the Angels in Anaheim. Brian Wu and Tyler Anderson, minus 140 for the M's and an 8.5.
I mean, Wu-Tang Clan. Give me Seattle automatic. Remember, I tried to go with the Angels last night. One of my 3 losses, humiliating 11-0 beatdown. They don't deserve my pick.
Yeah, that kid had no chance last night for Anaheim. Braves and the Padres at Petco. Spencer Schwellenbach and Randy Vasquez. Minus 115 for the Braves, minus 105 for the Padres, and an 8.5.
As you like to say, up, and away, baby. Both of these guys give up runs. Both of them lose. Both of them are inconsistent. I still like the Braves at the price over the Padres, even at Petco.
Rodriguez and Nelson for the Jays and the Diamondbacks, minus 130 for the Snakes in Arizona, and a flat 9. Up, and away here, too.
Wow, I got to go Nelson and the Snakes here at home again. At 500, I got my eyes on you the rest of the way. They made the World Series last year. They are in a way better spot than Texas is right now.
And the Twins and the Giants in San Francisco at Oracle. It'll be Jersey Joe Ryan against Kyle Harrison, minus 155 for the Twins, and a 7.5.
Yeah, it's believe me, it's Joe Ryan. The bet is the Twins here. Every which way but loose. I looked at this today, and all systems go on the Twins to win at Oracle tonight with Joe on the bump.
There you go. We got it all in. Tonight's baseball action. We have a lot more to do. Summer League tonight. The 2 soccer matches on Sunday. Lot to get to.
Oh, the humanity.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event The atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
Will they both make it? Yes. But it has more to do with the fact of the three teams that are not really good at all in Dallas, Washington, and the Sparks, and an Atlanta Dream Team without Ryan Howard that's spiraling out of control. If they can get those two teams, Indiana, that's going to be a major boom for ratings.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid.
DeMar DeRozan now joins that team in Sacramento with the Kings. De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, Devin Carter, who they drafted early, Keegan Murray as well. A Kings team, DRS, that has been a playoff contender.
Is it going to equate to a championship? Probably not. That's not the goal. Make your team better every offseason. The Kings definitely got better with that move here, Ben.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
Listen, if you've never listened to me, which I know is true, if you hate me, which I know is true, if you can't stand me, I know that's true. But let me tell you something. This is your chance to finally break through. When I give you some solid advice, and I warn you ahead of time that you need to do this, you need to listen up right now, Romeo. A 25% PGA odds boost token. Now, you know what's going to happen here, right? All BetMGM account holders on the app, on iOS or Android, or at BetMGM.com, they already know how to use it. They're not stupid. They're betting left and right. But what they're not doing is using the 25% golf boost token with Carver High's golf betting prowess. His prop bets and his golf bets, he's hit 70 to 1, 90 to 1, 60 to 1, 40 to 1, 30 to 1. He's hit top 20s, top 10s, top 5s, first round leader. What doesn't this guy hit in golf? If you don't use this boost token, a 25% boost token that they're just giving you at BetMGM for golf on Carver High's golf bets, no wonder your wife doesn't like you. Honestly, there's something wrong with you.
I agree. You should absolutely be getting involved in that. We will have tonight on Carver and Lisi, I'll be going through all the ads for the weekend. I'm going to look at the board in between shows and see who we can look onto. And before we leave here today, hopefully we'll throw the odds up
I may have
where
to
they're
tune
at going
into that
into the
on my 2-hour drive home from the restaurant. I may have
get
to
a chance
tune
to do that.
To the esteemed Carver and Lisi so I can write down all my golf tickets for Saturday and Sunday. Very important. As you know, I love the Scottish Open.
We love it. And you know what the weather's going to be the next 2 days? It was too nice yesterday and today.
Here comes the salty.
Supposed to get rainy tomorrow and Sunday over there in Scotland. So we'll get our real Open Championship type weather heading into next week. All right, Summer League is underway. There's a lot of games today. 92-59, the Magic lead the Cavs right now. In the first game of the day, the Pelicans lead the Timberwolves 21-17. The Kings and the Grizzlies also are going to get going. Right now, the Grizz, there you see it right there. The Grizz minus 6.5 against Sacramento with a 180.5 total. That's the day session. Of course, those other two games, Scotty, already in progress.
All right, first of all, the Pelicans are up 23-22 now with a minute left in the first. As for that spread, if Edey's playing, I'm laying. How do you like that for a new line all year long? If Edey's playing, I'm laying.
I am actually checking right now on that to see if he is going to be in there. I will try to get you some of
He's
that.
He's missed the last two with the ankle, so if he doesn't play, then I'll take the Kings in 6.5.
Yeah, we'll get you some word on Edey, of course, because they're going to be starting in about a half an hour. We'll also look to see if Bronny is going to be out there tonight for the night session. Rockets and Lakers. Lakers are getting 7.5 in this. The Nets are getting 3.5 from the Pacers. We've got the Hawks getting 6.5 from the Wizards. And late night, you got late night hoops when you get home from the restaurant. Nuggets minus 2.5 against the Clippers.
Okay, if I could see those lines again, I know this much. I'll take the Lakers in the Scott, 7.5 because of Dalton Connect. So I'm on Dalton Connect to cover that spread by himself. Give me that 8.5. As for that late night game, I'll lay the 2 and a hook. I can live with that. And then I want to see this kid Sarr play. They're laying 6.5. No way. Give me Rosh Hashanah and the Hawks and the spread in that other game between Atlanta and the Wizards. And then the only other game that I haven't given you is the Nets and Pacers. I'll lay the 2.5 with the Pacers.
Bronny in tonight for the Lakers. Of course, he did play in that last game in the California Classic on Wednesday. He is in there. I'm still efforting the Zach Edey end of things, Scotty, but I will get that to you before they tip off at 6 o'clock here at the top of the hour. They're also tonight going to announce the in-season NBA Cup groups. Remember that last year? They had all the groups for the in-season tournament. They're going to announce that tonight as well. So everybody will get all excited about that for the in-season tournament.
You know, you better mark it down on your forehead with a Sharpie because who in the F is going to remember the group stages of the NBA Cup, which is played in November, in the middle of July? What do they want me to, write it down somewhere? Plan ahead?
They do.
Maybe buy tickets? Maybe get a plane ticket? Come on.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
Will they both make it? Yes. But it has more to do with the fact of the three teams that are not really good at all in Dallas, Washington, and the Sparks, and an Atlanta Dream team without Ryan Howard that's spiraling out of control. If they can get those two teams, Indiana and Chicago, that's going to be a major boom for ratings.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid.
DeMar DeRozan now joins that team in Sacramento with the Kings. De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, Devin Carter, who they drafted early, Keegan Murray as well. A Kings team, DRS, that has been a playoff contender.
Is it going to equate to a championship? Probably not. That's not the goal. Make your team better every offseason. The Kings definitely got better with that move here, Ben.
The Early Line. Only on SportsGrid.
Yeah, Josh Hart just tweeted out that they should put a statue outside of the Garden for Brunson for doing that deal. I couldn't agree with him more. Here's another guy, in my opinion, that won't be giving back $113 million, Carver High, with your next story.
Yeah, he won't be giving back $113 million. Brandon Ingram and his camp, of course, are still trying to get a trade out of New Orleans. They're looking for a team that's willing to pay him every dollar that he can get, which would be $208 million max. So if you're willing to give that to Brandon Ingram, he's willing to come play for you, Scotty. So they were going to try to effort a trade in that department.
Listen, you can say whatever you want about Stoneface, but he can score from anywhere all day. And you know what? I love his game. He reminds me of Jamal Silks. I mean, your boy Silks Wilkes. He can snap it from anywhere and put it in. So he's worth $208 million. Listen, if you got a guy that scores 25, 30 a night every night, and they pay Brown and Tatum $300+ million, don't tell me that Brandon Ingram isn't worth $208.
I am not going to tell you that at all. That I've seen guys in the NBA
way worse,
who don't come off the bench who are making $100+ million. So that's, believe me, nothing surprises me in the NBA. The 76ers bring back Kyle Lowry, 1-year deal for him. He stays in Philadelphia. The Suns have now a record $400 million payroll after bringing back Josh Okogie on a 2-year, $16 million deal. They have $400 million on their salary cap, and they never win. That shows
$400 million for a $40 dinner. That's what they are. A $40 dinner at Johnny Rockets at the MGM. That's what that team is. $400 million for that team. Are you kidding me? If I were the owner, I would have to go to a Russian bathhouse right now immediately if I just saw the bill I got to pay to watch these guys lose.
Yeah, everything's all right, though. Remember he said, our team, we're good. We're solid.
No, it's not.
KD, Beal, all these guys.
That's like saying it's not hot in the desert.
It's not hot in the desert, unless, it's a dry heat is what they say. Not a good start for the career of Kings first-round pick Devin Carter. He's going to be out 6 months, surgery, torn labrum. That is unfortunate for him. Team USA basketball will head to Abu Dhabi this weekend. They will make the trip across the world. Are they already there? They already made the trip.
They're already there.
They will play Australia on Monday. That is in the afternoon here, Scotty. I believe on the East Coast it's a noon East tip for USA against Australia. They'll play 2 games there, Monday and Wednesday, and then they'll go to London for 2 more tune-ups before they start the Olympic Games. I believe their first game's on my birthday, right? The 28th, I think, is the first USA
against Serbia. But you're telling me that on Monday I can watch them kick Australia's ass on TV at lunchtime?
It'll be over before C2C even starts. Yeah, I think it's 12 East is when that game is in the
Let's
afternoon.
go. Monday plans are already being
I hope they
in.
sent Gus and Raph, too. It's on FS1 again, so I'm hoping that Gus and Raph made the trip around the world as well to call that game. LeBron says he will not be playing at the LA Olympics in 2028. This is his last ride, Scotty, as far as Olympics goes. Doesn't care that it's in Los Angeles. Doesn't care. He'll be 44 years old. He wants no part of it 4 years from now.
In dog years, he'd be 110 for the Olympics in Los Angeles. He said today, before they left for the desert, he said, and not Vegas, I'm talking Abu Dhabi, he said that he's leaving Los Angeles when that happens. He doesn't want to be around L.A. for the Olympics because it'll be a nightmare. It's already a nightmare without the Olympics.
It's going to be bad. And they started announcing where everything's going to be, like all the events, because it's spread out everywhere. Like today they announced that Riviera is going to host the golf for the Olympics. The men's and the women's golf is going to be at Riviera. which is an outstanding course. Have fun getting out to Riviera. They're going to have difference. They're going to be at the Intuit, the new Intuit Dome. They're going to be at Staples. They're going to be at SoFi. They got stuff going on all over that city, and it's going to be a nightmare. Speaking of Olympic sports, Paris is 2 weeks from, I believe 2 weeks from this weekend is the opening ceremony. You can bet on a lot of these sports now, Scotty. Look at this I brought for you on a summer Friday.
What?
All the Olympic sports that we'll be able to bet on.
Breakdancing.
Breakdancing is on the card. Fencing,
handball.
Of course, soccer, golf, handball, judo, skateboarding, swimming, the table tennis, the wrestling,
polo.
the archery. Look at that. We're gonna we need some sharp angles on that archery competition over in Paris.
We got to get our sports grid. Yeah, the ping pong experts that we have on the grid to give us all. Is there Korean baseball on there?
There is not. No Korean baseball on there.
So we will have to
need that. And finally, Angel Reese did extend that double-double streak in the WNBA to 15 games. They lost by 20. They lost by 20 to the Liberty.
They're gift wrapping her double-doubles. Here, let me foul you so you can shoot another free throw. I don't want to hear it anymore. Just stop with all the Reese and Clark. Like, honestly, I'm going to have more fun arguing with my wife on the way to this restaurant tonight. Honestly, I'm so sick and tired of hearing about Angel effing Reese. Honest to Christ. Can I get a break? Just for, how about, don't say her name for like a week. Would that be all right? And Clark, can we just go a week without sucking up to this bullshack? Honest to Christ. They gift wrapped her double-doubles every day. Honestly, I'm not even wrong. Don't even tell me I'm wrong. Mic drop.
I don't know if next week's the week for that. You know, we don't have any baseball next week.
We don't have anything Summer League and the Open Championship.
We got Summer League and the Open Championship. We do have all of that. The Copa America. Let's do the finals for the Copa and the Euro, which will be on Sunday. I actually didn't realize the Copa plays a third-place game. Why? I have no idea. So Canada and Uruguay are actually playing tomorrow night in Charlotte. You think Uruguay wanted to hang out in Charlotte the last couple days waiting for that third-place game after they got into a brawl there the other night? Probably not. Give me Canada plus 475 against Uruguay in the third-place game on Saturday night. And then the big one for you, you'll be on SportsGrid with Spittin' Speeds for Argentina and Colombia, which will be down in Miami. That will be hot. Argentina plus 110, Colombia plus 310, plus 195 for the draw. That is the 90-minute line to lift the trophy. Minus 190 Argentina, plus 138 Colombia.
Yeah, I'll take that plus 138 with Colombia. They've won 28 in a row. I think they can taste it. I think everybody just thinks Argentina wins everything, that they're automatic. I think that game goes to extra time and penalties, and Colombia pulls off the miracle and beats Argentina. I'm going to go for it. I'll be on with Dane on Sunday night. And let me say, that other game that you mentioned Saturday that nobody cares about, I'll take Uruguay in that. I don't care how long they had to wait or stay or whatever else. They're better than Canada, too.
Oh, of course they are. They're better than Canada. They had a lot going on the other night. Let's just put it
consolation games suck. No one cares about it. I didn't even know they were playing until you just told me.
I didn't either until just now. And that's another reason why I think it would mean a lot more for Canada to win the game than it would for Uruguay. But they
I've
should
been hearing
beat
that
them
all
if they
week.
care
Canada against Argentina. Canada against the USA. I mean, you are really friendly. You should move up there.
I should. We'll come back and I'll give you the Euro numbers for Sunday afternoon. Spain and England will play in that. I'm going to try to get some NFL to you as well, and those odds for the Scottish going into the weekend, round 3 tomorrow morning. They'll tee that off.
Yeah, I need those golf tickets. And hey, Mafia, get me the 25% boost token and my pills, please, and a bottle of rum, please, and a cigar, please. I'm not allowed to
smoke.
For the
drive.
Oh, go ahead.
The drive to the restaurant, you're going to need it. Just for the drive.
Can't smoke anymore. This guy, Mafia, buzzkill.
anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
Will they both make it? Yes. But it has more to do with the fact of the three teams that are not really good at all in Dallas, Washington, and the Sparks, and an Atlanta Dream team without Ryan Howard that's spiraling out of control. If they can get those two teams, Indiana and Chicago, that's going to be a major boom for ratings.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid.
DeMar DeRozan now joins that team in Sacramento with the Kings. De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, Devin Carter, who they drafted early, Keegan Murray as well. A Kings team, DRS, that has been a playoff contender.
Is it going to equate to a championship? Probably not. But that's not the goal. Make your team better every offseason. The Kings definitely got better with that move here, Ben.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
Carver High loves betting so much, he does like to do incidental prop Ferrall marriage betting. And I'll throw another bet at you tonight, Carver High, on the over-under. Over-under on if I will succeed in going to a 5-star restaurant wearing basketball shorts tonight with a nice dress shirt to upset my wife and her friends that are all wearing fancy clothes and diamonds and dressing up, as I will be picked up at 6:15 and I will walk out in a pair of and one basketball shorts. Now, I will have a pair of pants behind my back in case the restaurant will not allow me into a 5-star restaurant with shorts on and a dress shirt. What are the odds I get in with the shorts into the 5-star restaurant, the over or the under?
I mean, look, I obviously have no idea where you're going. I'll tell you this. If it's as nice as you're saying it is, then the answer is no. They're not going to let you in with shorts on. If it's as nice as you say.
You, Carver High, that you turn on me like this.
If it's as nice as you say, right, like the jeans might not even be good. I mean, if it's that nice, probably not. I would bring some reinforcements with you.
What about my cane sweats? Can they tell that they're cane sweats? They're really nice down to the ankles.
If the restaurant was 5 minutes from your house, I'd say give it a shot. When it's an hour from your house, as you've been saying, I wouldn't give it a shot.
Listen, if it's 5 minutes from my house, the odds of me being shanked in Hell's Kitchen are 75-1 in favor of the shanking.
Usually that's the case. The Euro final will be Sunday afternoon, of course, 3 East here on the East Coast, over in Germany. Spain and England is the final. Plus 145 for Spain, plus 240 for England, plus 185 for the 90-minute draw to lift the trophy in any fashion. Spain minus 150, England plus $1.20.
Well, we have to stick with Spain never loses. I mean, that's we got to go there because you, Morency, myself, we're on Spain the whole time. I know England hasn't won a trophy in a long time, and they would love it, and they can win this game. They're playing great, but I still have to take Spain. They never lose.
Look, I'm just going to put this out there. I'm rooting for England. I want England to win. if I was betting the game, I would be betting on Spain because they probably will win the game. I will be rooting for England. I hope that they. I mean, I might bet Spain, even though I'm rooting for England. I mean, I've done that plenty of times in the past. Bet on the other side of who I'm rooting for. That way you're happy one way or the other. You can't lose in that aspect. I did that with a lot of Yankee playoff games in the past few years since Boone's been the manager. Bet on the other side, and that's actually worked out very well for me.
Hey,
maybe a couple
Bills
playoff
like the English
games
fans that they tonight at this restaurant, because they don't wear clothes to sporting events. They show up naked. As you know, in the semifinals, no one had clothes on in the crowd for England. They were all too drunk. Even little kids were drunk.
They certainly were. The Scottish Open, of course, at the Renaissance Club will move on to the weekend. The third round will tee off tomorrow morning. They are obviously done for the day now. Ludwig Eberg is the guy in front. He's 12 under. Antoine Rosner from France is in second at 11 under. Host of others, Sungjae Im, Manacero at 10 under. Tagala and Morikawa, and Rory and Alex Noren at 9 under. Here's the big board. Hebert, plus 175. Rory, plus 550. Morikawa and Sungjae Im are 10-1. 20-1 for Tagala. 22 for Rosner. 28 for Noren. Those are pretty much just the guys that I mentioned there at the top, Scotty. I think the guys 9 under that are still
I like
3
Noren
back
and Rory
are alive.
With Oberg.
They're very much alive. I think, honestly, I'd even stretch it to the 8s, to be quite honest with you. With 2 rounds to go and with potentially some other weather situations here over the next 2 days, I think the guys at 8 under are very much alive, too. Some of them, not all. I mean, I don't think Adam Scott's winning. I don't think, Matthew Jordan. I don't think these guys are winning. But there's a few guys in the 8s. Bobby Mack, Nikolai Højgaard. I think there's guys there that could win from that group. So should be a fun weekend. And when we come back on Monday, we will start to ramp up for the final major of the year, your favorite major, the Open Championship. They are, of course, at Royal Troon this year, and everybody is very excited for that. I can't wait, Scotty.
I can't wait either. It's just ridiculous. It's so much better than, I understand people's fascination with Augusta and the springtime, and they start the commercials at like Christmas and they start shoving it down your throat. They don't do any promotion of the Open Championship. You know why? Because they don't need to, because it's so kick-ass. It's above all others. It's links golf. It's brutal conditions. Even when it's nice, it's brutal. When it's nice, the ball rolls for a mile. When it's blowing and windy and wet and cold and salty and they're getting pelted, there's nothing better in golf. Those deep bunkers are the most amazing fascist problems ever for golfers. I don't want to see these golf courses that they're 20 under, 30 under every single week. It's a joke. When they play at Troon and they play in the Open, they got a nightmare on their hands. They don't even like doing interviews and talking about how bad they look on these courses. They get eaten alive like the rest of us.
They certainly do. Of course, the last time they were at Royal Troon, 2016, that was the Phil Mickelson-Henrik Stenson duel over those 2 days, which was a tremendous Open where Stenson, of course, beat Phil, and they just kept throwing blow after blow at each other. So I can't wait to get there. Scheffler's 5-1. He's the favorite right now. I have so much NFL that I'm going to save most of it because the NFL is not going anywhere. So when we come back on Monday, I still have a lot of stuff from the week that I haven't gotten to you yet. A lot of odds, division odds, most bet Super Bowl in certain states. So that all carries to Monday. So we'll move it over.
That'll carry us till the first week of September.
Hey, we don't got a lot to do Monday to Thursday next week. We'll have plenty of time for all that NFL. We know
anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
Will they both make it? Yes. But it has more to do with the fact of the three teams that are not really good at all in Dallas, Washington, and the Sparks, and an Atlanta Dream team without Ryan Howard that's spiraling out of control. If they can get those two teams, Indiana and Chicago, that's going to be a major boom for ratings.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid.
DeMar DeRozan now joins that team in Sacramento with the Kings. De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, Devin Carter, who they drafted early, Keegan Murray as well. A Kings team, DRS, that has been a playoff contender.
Is it going to equate to a championship? Probably not. But that's not the goal. Make your team better every offseason. The Kings definitely got better with that move here, Ben.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
Carver High loves leftovers.
I do have lots of leftovers for you today. Of course, I do want to give you one or two NFL things, and all that odd stuff I'll save for you for early next week. Jacoby Brissett is allegedly the front runner to start the year as the Patriot quarterback. Well, I can't wait for that. That'll be great. Put him in there. I think that's honestly the best news I've heard as someone who is, after watching the Patriots be the best of the best for 20 years, they now deserve 20 years of what they've been the last 2 or 3 years. So go ahead. Start Jacoby Brissett this year instead of Drake May. I think that's an awesome idea.
It doesn't matter who they start.
I agree with you. It doesn't matter who they start because they ain't going to be good. There was a list of NFL head coach rankings that say that Andy Reid is the best coach in the league, Sean McVay the best coach in the NFC. Those two are the best in the business, Scotty, of the NFL coaching tree.
Top dogs, apparently, in the NFL, according to CBS Sports.
According to people who think they know, right?
Of
That's
course.
what we always say. According to people who think they know.
They're very smart, those people.
Yes. The Utah Hockey Club, which will probably one day be the Yeti, signed their first round pick, TJ Iginla. Who is he, Scotty? The son of Jerome Iginla, to his entry-level deal. So he's going to get right in the mix with Utah. Congrats to the kid.
Offspring.
Hey, I know one thing. He's got great genes if he's Jerome Iginla's kid, because that dude could play. So that's a good way to start if you're TJ Iginla. A court ruling seeks test to decide if athletes are employees. This is, of course, NCAA. NCAA court ruling is looking for this. The players are employees now, Scotty. Why not? They're getting NIL money. Might as well make them employees too.
I mean, didn't that already open up that can of worms that they gave them all this money?
Yes.
So they are employees. They are getting paid. It is what it is. It's already happened.
Already happened. Indianapolis will host all 3 men's NCAA championships and the NIT in 2026. Like, why do we have to have everything in Indianapolis? I know nothing against Indianapolis, Scotty. I know everybody loves going there. They love the shrimp cocktail at that place, the Elmo's, wherever it is there. But do we have to have everything in Indianapolis? Come on.
Well,
we can find somewhere else.
I mean, the airport is 10 minutes from downtown. It is
Well,
convenient.
that's another reason why people like it. The airport's close, and there's a lot of hotels, and they have those tunnels underneath the street when it's snowing out that they could easily get to the stadium, right? That's another reason why everybody loves it. And a sad note, longtime NFL defensive coordinator Monty Kiffin, of course, the father of Ole Miss head coach Lane Kiffin, passes away at 84. One of the best defensive coordinators in NFL history, Scotty, hands down.
No doubt. Monty Kiffin, the stuff of legend. For Elephanters time, dengue fever has been reported in Florida and the Keys. And 2 local cases have been found of dengue fever. Nobody wants the dengue. Missouri waitress pulled into a lake after confronting a group of customers who didn't pay their bill. So she went out and chased them down in the parking lot, and they dragged her into the river. She got in way over her head, apparently, trying to get her money from these people that wouldn't pay. A Nashville father of 2 beat to death trying to break up a fight in a Topgolf parking lot. That's where Mafia goes to hit balls. Be careful, Mafia. You never know when you're going to get hit over the head with a 9-iron. Diddy sued by a woman claiming he sex trafficked her at parties. What bad news is next for your boy Diddy? It's just every week more charges of sex trafficking and all kinds of bad things with women. Human case of plague services in Colorado, and they thought they had problems with dengue in Florida. You do not want to run into the plague. A man busted for dealing drugs and guns outside of Yankee Stadium. What's so unbelievable about that? River Ave's a hellhole. It's a perfect place to sell guns and drugs, right? A New Jersey judge drunkenly kissed a woman at a party and made vulgar posts online. He's also having a bad day. A body of former Olympian and high jump champ Jock's free tag discovered in a field after a search. What in the hell is happening there? Florida mom and her 4-year-old son killed by ex in broad daylight. A murder-suicide right in front of a bank. What a dad, huh? GTD is next. Go to FerrallOnTheBench.com for action. We'll see you Monday at 3. I'll see you Sunday night at 8 for the COPA final on SportsGrid. Have a great weekend, everybody.